Sentimental like the words are just a piece of my soul. I transcend it to the artist that I want to be. I demonstrate my dominance and derelict with dialect. My etiquette is excellence. I dedicate my all to this. I solemnly swear it. I serenade with selections of different cadences to kill it. Really invested in this.
Alright, guys and gals, so if you're watching this, that's because I'm probably already gone. This is one of my pre-recorded videos, but it's kind of a subject that a lot of people keep touching on, and some people have asked me, what's your opinion? And this was just posted up by Tech Radar. Intel graphics cards release date, news, and rumors. That's very, very clickbaity right there. What they have pictured right here is the Xenon coprocessor, not a graphics card. It's like literally like a CPU in there. And they're talking about the GPU world maybe soon, red versus green versus blue, and I think that's absolutely going to be the case. Let's read what they were trying to allude to, because they said, they say these things. For the longest time, the best graphics cards have been all-out war between NVIDIA versus AMD. However, there have been rumors floating around for a while that Intel is building a team of GPU talent to jump in the action. In the marketplace where NVIDIA is charging exorbitant prices for the RTX 2080 Ti and the RTX 2080, and AMD is focusing on the budget market with the RX 590, we're ready for a third party to jump in this war and spice up the market again. And I completely agree with that. AMD is too low, NVIDIA is way too high, so they're leaving a gap. And whenever there's a gap, doesn't matter if it's in the market, in anything, people fill that gap. So don't leave them gaps. Don't leave them open. If Intel approaches the GPU space targeting the same audience it does with its processors, trying to dominate the high end, it could finally give NVIDIA some real competition and force them to drive prices down. Still, we don't know what these new graphics cards are going to look like, or when they're going to see them, or when we're going to see them. We don't even know if they'll ever actually exist. But that doesn't mean we can't do a bit of speculation. There has been enough movement out there in the Intel GPU front to pull all the information together and try to create a kind of wish list for what we'd like to see out of Intel's GPUs. So keep this page bookmarked, as we'll keep it updated with all info, blah blah blah. Now, so let's jump down here. Intel graphics cards release date. Intel graphics cards seemed set for the release sometime in 2020, and that's only the thing we can be sure about. The chipmaker itself has stated that is on track to release graphics cards in 2020, at least twice. We're not sure of a much more accurate date beyond that. Unfortunately, we're hoping it'll come sooner than the start of 2020. The way we see it playing out is Intel will announce its graphics card architecture at CES 2019, with the enterprise cards hitting the market. Then we could see the company holding a separate launch event for consumer graphics cards when they're ready to hit the market. Similar to what we saw with Coffee Lake Refresh, of course, it could work out the other way around. But if Intel's own teaser video is to be believed, it's not going to play out like that. Either way, we don't know the exact release date for Intel's graphics cards. And the release that video that they're talking about is like, it's just some graphics and stuff, and then it kind of zooms in, and boom, there's like an Intel graphics card sitting in the middle of it. And it's just like a blower card looking all cool. It doesn't really say anything. It just says that they're doing something with the graphics card. Intel's pricing for its graphics card is ultimately going to boil down to what segment of the consumer market plans to capitalize on it. We're sure that there will be professional and data center GPUs that cost thousands of dollars, but we're more interested in consumer or gaming graphics cards. If Intel decides to compete with AMD, we could see it start out in the mid-range, cards priced around $300. That give the Radeon RX 5 series a run for its money. This could be compelling because NVIDIA doesn't have any current generation cards in this range. And who knows what the 2060 is going to cost. That is true. The prices on everything is just going through the roof. What we think is more likely, though, is Intel will target the high-end and enthusiast market first, similar to what is going on with the Coffee Lake refresh. We could see Intel go all in trying to compete with NVIDIA's RTX 2080 Ti or the 2080, undercutting them by a couple $100 and succeeding. Yeah, because NVIDIA is leaving a lot of room there, especially if it's able to pack in enough traditional GPU power. We doubt that Intel will be able to compete with the NVIDIA's Turing, more unique ray tracing and Tensor Core powered AI features. At the end of the day, we don't know what Intel is doing, but we're excited nonetheless. Intel graphics card specifications. Usually this is the part of the story where we dive into past releases and try to suspect out what the future products are going to look like. but we can't really do that this time because it's been almost 2 decades since Intel has released a discrete GPU, and that didn't end so well for Team Blue. So instead, we're going to dive into some speculation based on Intel's teaser video and a bit of what's going on in the scene these GPUs will be entering. And Intel's teaser, wherein it claims to set your graphics free, whatever that means, Intel reminds us that it's not only created the first GPU capable of handling 4K Netflix, but also the first fully DirectX compliant GPU, DirectX 12 compliant GPU, and a gaming PC that's as thin as a phone. And with these claims, and considering the talent it's poached from the ex-AMD gurus, it looks like Intel is going to try and push the envelope a bit more. Whether that means it'll support fancy rendering techniques like NVIDIA with RTX cards, we don't know, but NVIDIA could certainly use some competition at the high end, and we might see Intel make a run for it. At the end of the day, there are only a couple things we need to see in these new GPUs. They need to be capable of 4K gaming, and they need to be priced competitively. If Intel is to hit these 2 marks, we could see Intel competing in the bloodthirsty GPU marketplace. But we don't know until Intel is ready to share it. We can't wait for CES 2019. Alright, so my big spiel, and people are asking me, like, you know, should we wait and buy Intel GPUs for mining? Guys, right now, I'm not waiting for anything. Like, it's not exactly profitable to mine with any cards at the moment. Like, you can make a little bit of money, but not much. So if you want an Intel GPU, buy one. But I would not, like, hold the bank and hold my breath on buying one, because realistically, these things are not going to be out 2020. I just don't see it. I mean, maybe. I think they're going to launch in at the low end first. I don't think they're going to go for the high end. They're going to try to use all their contracts, go in at the low end, and secure all the pre-builds. I mean, look at all the pre-builds that use Intel processors. What if they, you know, do a bundle deal? So if they use an Intel processor and a GPU on these pre-builds, like, it's just going to go through the roof. That's what I think is going to happen. So is Intel going to be bleeding cutting edge on graphics cards? I don't think that's going to happen in the first year. After that, I think they'll probably jump up and go for the bigger stuff. But do you wait? You know, should you wait for these to buy them? Absolutely not, because they might never exist. Like, it might just die on the production floor. And number 2, am I going to buy one when they come out? That's what I've been getting asked that a bunch. Of course I'll buy one. I'll try it out. But until one actually gets here, we're just up in arms. So yeah. Dude, Tech Radar totally clickbaited us. But guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Sorry I didn't have a live show. I hope the market's going good, and I hope you're doing well. Christmas is coming up in, what, a week and a half? So I will see you back. I think I'll be back actually a day or 2 before Christmas. But look forward to a lot of videos I have coming up that are pre-recorded. And yeah, peace, love, happiness. Keep those, what is it, the watts low and the hashes high, and adios. Peace.